what about the what comes to mind the other day I saw a presentation about a book that came out that talks about our attention span. I wish I could remember the name of it, but that our attention span, the average attention span of a teenager, or I forget what the actual statistics were. I didn't think I was ever going to have to use this right away, but that it's that the younger generation, their average attention span is 1 to 2 minutes on any particular thing, and a lot of it has to do with, first of all, the flooding of information, but also that constant current stimulus of the process of information. Any thoughts about that? And and you kind of said that it almost sounds like we got to get smarter to use the smart as opposed to dumber. I mean, allowing ourselves to roll over. So
unfortunately, I don't probably have a good track record on this one. So you're probably preaching right to the choir, in terms of thinking about attention spans and I so much of of our data streams that we interact with all day long are in bite-sized pieces. And to your point, it's not an accident, and so but I think what's so often lost potentially, depending on the quality of those data streams, is the the bigger picture, the details, the relevant facts, the the perspective of potentially what's behind that. And so I look at it and I say, what, that creates genuine risk / concern, because I do think it's happening. So that's why I said, I think accuracy is important. I think context is important. I think thinking about data sources, trusted data sources are important. So and whether it's accounting information or the news that we read, I mean, we look at it and say, what, if that's my 2 minutes engaging with this particular headline, fact, KPI, whatever it is, what is my confidence level behind that data source? And I think right now that's where I'm far more skeptical that we've got the requisite level of altruism behind some of those data sources. In fact, to the contrary, I think that's where the exposure is. It's far too easy to manipulate data sources, and data sources that we as individuals are otherwise trusting. So that there's genuine work to be done there, because I don't think it's benefiting any of us when we're overly relying on what to me are potentially suspect data sources.